By the time he was 8 years old, he had lost 5 siblings. At 9, he was left for dead, only to awaken from a coma paralyzed. But he recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of body and mind. Bradley Quick is here to share with you his path from Skid Row junkie to successful talk show host, author, mentor, and motivational speaker. If you're looking for a better tomorrow, if you want a positive evolution, or if you're in need of a quick fix, you're in the right place. Now kick back and get ready for the top experts in the field of body, mind, and soul. Here on the Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Quick Fix here on Cool Change Radio, your home for positive answers and the place for you to find that life and health solution you've been looking for. We're right here right now to inform you to the latest life enhancement techniques in many different areas, including health, fitness, nutrition, psychology, finance, weight loss, and a whole variety of other wonderful and life-empowering topics. Today's show is brought to you by the Cool Change Foundation. If you're fond of our show, if we brought you some breakthrough solutions, or you just want to help us stay on the air, please donate today. Come on, it's wonderful. Think about it. When we make life better for mom and dad, we make life better for the children. When we make life better for the children, we make life better for the whole family. Everybody wins, and no donation is ever too small. You can donate right now at www.thecoolchangefoundation.org. That's thecoolchangefoundation.org. And remember, it's time for Cool Change with the Cool Change Foundation. Welcome, everyone. My name is Bradley Quick. I'm here as always to discuss solutions with you. I'm here to talk about having a better life experience and becoming the best you that you can be. Our guest today is Todd Creager, author of The Long Hot Marriage, and a marriage and sex therapist who's helped thousands of couples in his 27 years, that's almost 3 decades, of private practice. Hey, Todd, you ready for a great show?
I'm ready.
That's great. You sit tight. We'll be right with you, okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you all for joining us on CoolChangeRadio.com, BradleyQuick.com, and on Facebook. As you know, you can catch all our live and recorded video shows and interviews on those sites and many other websites. And as always, you can listen to our archived audio interviews, hundreds of them, your favorite topics, favorite experts, and favorite personalities at BradleyQuick.com. If you're not hanging out on CoolChangeRadio.com, BradleyQuick.com is the place to be. Or if you ever find yourself on that thing called YouTube, you can go to our channel there. It's called Cool Change Radio. We're Cool Change Radio on YouTube. We've got about 470,000 views in a little under 90 days, around 90 days. I'm so overwhelmingly grateful to each and every one of you. So go there, subscribe, get the latest from Cool Change Radio at Cool Change Radio on YouTube. Later, my buddy Paul Medrano, former Mr. Universe, will be here with us talking about fitness and healthy living in our Getting Fit with Mr. Universe segment. It's all going to happen shortly, so stay right where you are. Now, make a note, if you'd like to chime in with a question for my guest today, pick up that phone, dial 818-824-9123. That's 818-824-9123. Write it down, because all the shows here use that number, 818-824-9123. Okay, couples that have come to him ready to lunge at each other and have walked out of the office caressing and crying with each other. He has a way that connects with each partner and often helps them succeed in their relationships even when past attempts have failed. Joining us now on the Quick Fix here on the Cool Change Radio and TV Network is a marriage and sex therapist to the stars and to everybody else, and the author of The Long Hot Marriage, Todd Creager. Todd, welcome to the show.
Great intro.
Thank you, sir. We want me to do that again?
No, I love it. Yeah, one more time.
Well, take two. So why is it so difficult for people to have long-term intimate relationships?
Well, our parents just haven't had one.
Right.
I mean, most of the time, anything that we do, we've had some training. We've seen it, we've heard it, we've smelt it, we've felt it, something like that. But we haven't seen it, so we really have to start out fresh. We have to be like trailblazers and create a new path. And it's hard to do that on our own. So we get stuck. That's why it's
Why is this? Why is it so easy to snap, to come off so easy at those in our home, those in our closest people to us, our family, especially our spouses or significant others?
Why do we snap and react that way? How do we react?
Why do they get all the bad flow from us?
Yeah, we can hold ourselves together out there with friends and with colleagues, but with our partners, we're deep. We have deep capacity for joy, but we have deep issues. We have pain. We have triggers. We've been hurt before. We have deep needs for love and affection, and it's with our intimate partner that those needs we hope to be fulfilled. So our expectations are so much greater with our intimate partner. So because of that, there's so much greater possibility to get triggered, to get hurt.
People have a bad day at the office, they take it out on the wife or the girlfriend.
It's easy
I
to do
don't
that.
understand that. We have a bad day at the office or a bad day at the track or whatever, take it out on the kids. I don't get this.
It's unfortunate, but here's the truth, right? I mean, if my boss is mistreating me, and my boss I depend on for my money, my financial well-being, which strokes my ego as well as my pocketbook, I'm going to hold it together for him. But when I get home, especially if I don't have some good ways of expressing my pain, I'm going to, shall I say, vomit on the people in my home, because they're not the risk that it would be vomiting on my boss. There seems to be less consequences. Not really true, but in the moment it sure seems like there's less. You get away with it.
Well, in being cognizant of this issue, cognizant of this fact, that it's much easier for us to dump on or attack or criticize those in our immediate circle, those that we love and those that we hold dearest to us. With that, in fact, can we actually use the relationships as a gym for our emotional stability or well-being or maturity?
That's exactly right. It's exactly right. So look, it's easy to be in control when we have to be. No one's going to lose it in front of 1,000 people audience.
Hopefully not very often. Yeah.
Well, it can happen, but most of us, the fear of absolute humiliation will stop us. But when you go home and it's easy to take it out on our partner, if then we practice the discipline of staying in our bodies, meaning we breathe, we don't react so quickly, we take a moment, we think that I'm in pain, but my pain doesn't mean I have to make my other people suffer, and we slow down. What we're doing is we're developing emotional muscle, just like we would in a gym.
Right.
So I would say intimate relationships, as well as our relationships with our children also, are great opportunities to practice being more emotionally disciplined. It doesn't mean suppressing our feelings, but it means we have to deal with our feelings and respond and listen and share in ways that are not hurtful to other people.
We've also got to remember that feelings are facts. The fact is we feel the way we feel. However, more times than not, they're not the truth of the situation, right?
It's exactly true. Look, our feelings are always our feelings, and they're not wrong. You're right. They're true in that sense. They're not wrong. But our perceptions that can help create those feelings are just our perceptions. And there are many perceptions of the same event. And our perceptions have to do with our own wounds, our own pain.
So, our own childhood wounds and childhood pain.
If I come from a childhood where I was abandoned, if my wife forgets to do some little thing for me, I might look at her as the parent that abandoned me, and suddenly she's done this terrible thing, where in her mind, her perception is
salt in the wound. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's salt in the wound, and I could take it out on her if I'm not aware of. Oh wait, that's my wound. All she did was forget to put the dishes in the dishwasher. That's all she did. And from her perception, she might be going, boy, I did 19 other things. Why are you so upset with me about that one thing? But for me, I'm abandoned. That's how it feels.
It's like the speaker that's speaking to a room of 1,000 people and 2 people walk out, and that's the only thing that speaker can remember all night.
That's it.
Yeah.
I failed.
Yeah.
I failed. See? I've been rejected.
So can your book fix this? Can it fix our perceptions? Can it enhance our relationship muscles? Does it give a play-by-play? Tell me about it.
Sure. Well, the book I have written, which has not been out a few years, I love my book. It's nice when you read your book again and you still like it. And the reason I like it is because it's not a lot of fluff. It gets right to the point. Every sentence hopefully will give you at least some kind of a, oh yeah, that makes sense, and you start to see yourself differently. And then along with these insights, there are exercises in almost every chapter, which gives you a roadmap to practice the very things that I say in the book. The book's not going to do it for you by itself.
Right.
It's applying the wisdom of the book, applying the exercises, and it's like you could have a gym, you could be right by LA Fitness or 24-hour fitness, but staring at it as you're driving by doesn't get you fit. You have to walk in the gym, you got to do the work. So yeah, you have to do the work, but it is definitely a roadmap, and it's a very clear roadmap, and it's easy to understand.
It's easy to that's the best part of it, right?
It is the best part. It really is, and that's why I like that. And I kind of just come out with another communication workbook on my website too. It's also the same idea. I always want to write things that are easy to understand, so people could look at it and do it. And the challenge is to do it. It definitely takes courage, and it takes an openness to try new things.
Well, does it not take discipline?
It definitely takes discipline.
And what is the key word in discipline? It's disciple, right?
That's right.
It's disciple. So if you're willing to take it for what it is and learn from it to the best of your ability.
Well, you know what? I honestly have never heard that, and that makes sense, because there is to be disciplined, you have to learn. You have to be a student of life.
Absolutely.
You have to be and what's really great about it, whether you're reading my book or the way I work with people in person, is I always say, look, if what you're doing is getting what you want out of your partner or out of life, then keep doing it. But the problem with us is we
keep doing what you're doing, you'll keep getting what you're getting. If you want something different, you got to do something different. Yeah. I understand you've got some seminars, workshops coming up, and you're going to offer my listeners free invitation, right?
Absolutely.
I would like to talk to you about that when we come back, okay? And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. This is just a great thing we're doing here. Congratulations. And thank you for being here with me today.
You're welcome.
This is wonderful.
I love being here with you.
Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Stay put, everybody. Have you got a habit you want to change? How would you do things differently to better your life experience? If you could, well, just sit tight. We might have some insight for you. I'm here with Todd Creager, author of The Long Hot Marriage, and a marriage and sex therapist who's helped thousands of people in his decades of private practice. This is The Quick Fix on Cool Change Radio. We're broadcasting live from Freddie Siegel Studios. I'm Bradley Quick, and yes, we'll be right back.
Today, experience The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change. Written by Bradley Quick, author, producer, motivational speaker, and host of the award-winning radio talk show, The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick on CoolChangeRadio.com. Bradley's passion for life is evident in his book, written so you can experience health, find your purpose, and have more effective relationships. Beating insurmountable odds, overcoming death, and being paralyzed, Bradley fought his way back so he could help you conquer your struggles. Experience increased health, vitality, passion, and purpose in your life right now with The Quick Fix, and read about Bradley's courage, ambition, and determination to live. Whether the issue is your thoughts, your physical body, or you just want to feel better and be happy, The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change, will change your life. For only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Take positive action now and receive a free guided meditation CD with your order. That's a $20 value free with your order today. Go to BradleyQuick.com. That's BradleyQuick.com. Take control and begin feeling better now. Get the book and free CD now at BradleyQuick.com.
You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
This has never been attempted before by any treatment center, ever. Seasons Malibu is willing to take the risk because they understand quality care and evidence-based long-term recovery. Pay for only 3 months of treatment and stay until you are better, period. I'll say that one more time. Pay for only 3 months of treatment and stay until you are better. Enough is enough. Seasons Malibu wants to count your days of recovery, not the dollars in your pocket. No gimmicks, no guarantees, just straightforward world-class treatment until you are better. Do not hesitate. Call now. Seasons Malibu, 866-780-8539, 866-780-8539. That's Seasons Malibu at www.seasonsmalibu.com or 866-780-8539. 866-780-8539 for a free consultation and details. 866-780-8539. Hey, welcome back. You're listening to The Quick Fix here on Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place for positive change. I'm Bradley Quick. We're right here right now to help you gain the upper hand in becoming all that you want to be. This segment is brought to you by my buddies at GapZip.com. They ask, how do you think? They say how you think is more important than what you think. It's one of the chief reasons why many of you get stuck when you try to take the next step in your career or personal relationships. You can join the two dynamic guys from GapZip.com who actually teach people how to think. Join them every second and fourth Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. at GapZip.com. All you got to do is go to GAPZIP.com and sign up, and they'll personally teach you every second and fourth Tuesday at 7 p.m. You can get a new way to think. It's amazing. GapZip.com. Visit them today. All right, for you just joining us on Cool Change Radio, Facebook, and BradleyQuick.com, welcome. You can listen to this show again or to hundreds of hours of other self-discovery content anytime you want by going to bradleyquick.com. You can also sign up for our weekly radio show email reminder, where once a week you receive the most recent interviews in the comfort of your own home or office, and you can listen at your convenience and make sure not to miss your favorite authors, experts, or personalities. You can also podcast any of our shows, or just listen to us anytime from anywhere at www.bradleyquick.com. All right, our guest today is Todd Creager, a marriage and sex therapist who's helped thousands of couples in his almost three decades of private practice. He has a way that connects each partner and very often helps them succeed in their relationships even when past attempts have failed. Hey, welcome back, Todd. We're going to talk about a free seminar for my listeners.
Yeah, September 29th, which is a Saturday, 1 to 5, 4 hours. It's going to be called Communicating with Impact. Communicating with Impact.
Is that with your partner generally, or can a single person do this?
You know what? It's a single person can do this. I will be probably focusing more on intimate relationships, but you don't have to be in one, because the way I'm going to do it, you want to be prepared. You want to be prepared for your next relationship. So, you know, if you have a partner, bring your partner. That would be ideal. But if you don't, come by yourself or bring a friend. So there's a cost to it, but for your listeners, it's free.
Well, it's free. You're free here on the Cool Change Radio TV network on the Quick Fix, the Bradley Quick. Free. That's one ticket for two people, right?
For two people, you can bring a friend or you can bring your partner, and it is free for both of you.
Now, how do they send you an email or call your number?
You know what? I'll give you both, because then I'll send them a ticket. I will send them a ticket through email, and then they could just write on that ticket Bradley, and I'll know they're comped.
Oh, it's Bradley. Okay. Just write Bradley.
Just write Bradley.
Bradley, not Bradley Quick, just Bradley.
Well, it's kind of a small ticket.
No, just Bradley. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted them to understand that all they can do is write Bradley on their ticket.
Yeah, you were friends.
You get a free ticket. Wow,
so
nice thing for two people.
Two people, and so write it on each ticket. And my email, give you an email. It's Todd.
Sure.
It's TODD at toddcreager.com.
No, wait a second. That's not Todd at toddcreager.com.
It really is.
Really?
Is that simple or
Todd
what?
at toddcreager.com. That's really nice. That's convenient as heck, isn't it?
Oh, my God. It is. It is. And it is TODDCREAGER.com.
Oh, it's not. Todd Creager. Todd at toddcreager.com.
It's unbelievable. Isn't that how that works? It's just absolutely stunning.
That's so nice.
And my phone number.
Oh, here it goes. Get the pen out.
714 848
2288. 2288.
Easy number to remember.
714
848
2288. 2288. That's 714
848
2288.
You got it.
Gosh darn, that's an easy number.
Oh, I'm telling you. I try to make it simple.
So it's either that or email Todd at toddcreager.com.
Todd at toddcreager.com.
For September 29th.
Yes. It's going to be, I didn't tell you where it is. It is going to be in Irvine, Orange County, California. It's worth it. If you're in LA or San Diego or Orange County, come.
Take a day, yeah.
It's what, 50 minutes to get there. It's right off the 405 freeway by John Wayne Airport. Very simple to get to. I'll give them all the directions. It'll be easy. It's great. It'll be worth it.
You know, I flew out of that John Wayne Airport when I went to Teotihuacan, Mexico. Well, I'm going to see you there, October 11th through the 15th. Yeah. And it's home of the Toltec Pyramids. But that John Wayne Airport is just so clean and so wonderful to go through.
It is.
And when I came back, it took me, this includes now waiting for my luggage, okay? It took me 10 minutes to get through customs.
That's unbelievable. I tell you.
It's
a treat.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's a treat.
So in your book, you emphasize the importance of staying emotionally connected through pain, okay?
Yes.
Now, intimacy, this is all about getting intimate with your partner, right, and others. But intimacy is intimacy.
Yes.
Right? And we all want to protect that. We talked about vulnerability before and putting salt in the wounds, right?
Yes.
So how do we stay emotionally connected through the pain rather than getting defensive or retreating, or running or fighting? How do we deal with this?
There's we have to work with our mind and our body to do this, right? The first thing we have to realize is that we're thinking wrong. We're thinking wrong. We think we're supposed to please our partner. We think our partner's never supposed to complain about us, and it's absolutely ridiculous. There's too many things that go on in life that will trigger our partner. My partner will complain about me. Ultimately, probably a day doesn't go by where there isn't something I annoy her or disappoint her. It's just life, right? So we have to decide that my goal should not be to constantly please my partner. It's not a requirement that she be pleased by me. So we got to first change our expectations. So the expectations now is that I listen to my partner, not that I necessarily please her. I listen to her. And so that has to be something we have to walk around with, even in our neutral moments. Okay, my goal is to listen to her, not to please her, so that when she comes to me feeling absolutely joyful towards something I did, great, I'll take it. But if she's angry with me, then, oh, wait, no, that's all right, because my goal is to listen to her, not to please her, so that I don't have to get defensive. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world.
Don't take it personal.
That's right. Don't take it personally. It's her world.
Yeah.
It's her dream.
Take it as part of the experience. Smile with it. Roll with it.
Roll with it. Take a breath or two. Remind yourself that life is okay. All you need to do is take her in. So I help men as well as women become receptive. I talk a lot about that word receptive. You have to become receptive. So when you express yourself to me, rather than deflect, argue, or get you back for saying that I take a breath or two, and I literally tell people to go to the heart, because the heart closes. The heart area actually closes. The chest muscles close so quickly.
Right.
And we got to literally, because we've been all hurt in the past. And so
we haven't. Really?
Well, a few of us have. And we have to just catch it. And then when we catch it, literally I ask people to open up their hearts, literally with their mind, open up and leave themselves unprotected. And it feels weird to some part of us that goes, no, you got to protect yourself. You got to fight back. You got to defend. You got to convince her she's wrong. You're really a good guy. You're not a bad guy. You're not a bad guy. Let her be angry. Open your heart. Take a breath and say to your partner, tell me more about what you're feeling. It's counter reflex. But as long as we follow our reflexes, look at the state of relationships these days. It's not so great. So that's what happens when we follow our reflex. So we literally have to catch it, remind ourselves the goal is to listen, not to please. It's nice to please, but it's not necessary at any particular moment of time. And then literally go to your heart area, open your heart. You could go to your belly and soften it, because our belly's tight. It's like a fortress. We make a fortress. Just soften the belly, open the heart. Tell me more about what's going on with you. I'm interested. I could do that because I've really convinced my body, and I don't have to be perfectly calm. I just got to be calm enough that I'm not reacting. Mm-hmm. I just got to remind myself just enough. It's not the end of the world. And now I can listen to you. And now you matter. And now you feel like you matter. The paradox is that when she feels like she matters, her anger dissolves into warmth and love anyway. I mean,
that's how they're built.
Yeah, the feeling, that's it. And even men are built that way to a degree. I mean, we all, when we're hurt, the feelings don't stay. I always liken it to clouds in the sky. The clouds don't stay. And behind the clouds is always sun. And behind our partner's pain is always love and warmth and the urge to connect with us, if we just let them. And so it's a retraining, because our parents, we didn't see our father say to the mother after the mother's angry, oh, really, honey? Tell me more. That's not what we saw. So we do have to remind ourselves and open up and be receptive and put on that catcher's mitt and catch what that person's saying and just not run from it.
Yeah, you use that metaphor all the way through your book. Don't you? Play and catch with your partner.
Play catch. We want to play catch. It's really all that. It's just letting...
Not throwing the speedball that may see that they're going to drop it or it's going to hurt their hand or something. This is about playing catch, right?
Yeah, you don't want to express it. You're not going to say, you are such a jerk, and then expect the partner to listen. You need to say it in a way that the person will catch it, not throw the ball 100 miles an hour, and then the guy's just going to lift up his hand and protect himself. But if you express yourself, communication 101, I statements, I feel this, I want this, I'm really disappointed about that, the person that's listening takes a breath or two, says, all right, I'm here for you, and be an adult. We can't, we're wounded, but we got to come to the table as an adult. We are adults. We don't have to let the wounded child part of us run the show. We could be adults and not just run off our wounded child and react. And when we do that, we get past and this is, I talk a lot about it in my workshop, but once we start to do that and they experience that, now we can get back to the good stuff, right? The passion, all that great stuff we had in the honeymoon stage of our career, of our relationship
right.
Before pain came up. But we could do that even while pain's there if we learn to connect and play that catch.
Okay, you use the term anti-inflammatory, which I usually associate with a muscle or a sprain or
Right.
something. But you said that it really relates to being passionate and alive in your relationship. So tell me about that.
I actually, I'll take it further than I oftentimes do. The more I look at it is, if I'm wanting to have a really good relationship, I need to have an anti-inflammatory lifestyle, meaning that I need to even take care of myself. I'm not trying to be doctor here, but I need to exercise. I need to eat well. I need to get enough sleep, and I need to manage my stress level, because if I don't...
All right, I tell you what, let's talk about eating and sleeping and managing stress level when we come back.
Absolutely.
Is that fair enough? Because that music's going to start, and it's hard to talk to you when that music's
I
going.
know, it's
I
pretty
love
loud,
it.
pretty loud.
All right, this segment has been brought to you by the guys at GapZip.com. They say thoughts are things. Thoughts lead to actions, which lead to results. So if you're sick and tired of your results, take a look at your thinking. You can join the two dynamic guys from GapZip.com who actually teach people how to think every second and fourth Tuesday at GapZip.com. All you got to do is go sign up there, GAPZIP.com. This is Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place to shape your vision of what's possible. I'm Bradley Quick, and we'll be right back.
There are self-help seminars costing thousands of dollars guaranteeing miraculous transformations. There are compelling speakers and life-changing weekend experiences where you can walk on fire. They all deliver revelations that guarantee you'll come back for the more expensive revelations filled with even greater wonder next month on Fiji. We get addicted to positive, heartfelt, expensive theater. What we really need is a jumpstart, an awakening, someone who can give us a reminder that everything we need lies within. Through inspiration and practical knowledge, Dorothy Donahue helps people get grounded and motivated, inspired and energized. It's not just words and affirmations and the power of intention. It's a mindset brought about by a tangible, transcendental experience, an audio-visual, physical, spiritual experience that helps us realize we transform ourselves. We get tools to become the conscious co-creators of lives of unlimited potential. Find out more. Go to DorothyDonahue.com. You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
I'm Melody Beattie, author of Codependent No More. 7 times more Americans have hepatitis C than AIDS. I'm one of them. If you're one of the millions of Americans with hepatitis C and your doctors are treating you with interferon, then you're clearly aware of how your life has been turned horribly upside down. Backed by huge pharmaceutical monies, the medical community swears there's only one dangerous, disabling way to battle this silent killer. It's not true. There are alternatives, and they work. Triumph Over Hepatitis C is a book written by best-selling author Lloyd Wright, who fully recovered from this frightening disease. Lloyd is helping others to take charge of their lives and fight for their body's freedom from this crippling illness. His program is working for me. Call the people at Hepatitis C Free now at 866-HEP-C-FREE. That's 866-HEP-C-FREE. Don't become another medical statistic. Find out the truth about hepatitis C and get your life back.
Get your copy of Triumph Over Hepatitis C at Barnes & Noble and at hepatitiscfree.com. Call 866-HEP-C-FREE.
All righty, welcome back. You're listening to Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place to find your passion and purpose. I'm Bradley Quick, and we're right here right now to provide you with alternative solutions to the issues in your life. Like I said earlier, I'm going to Teotihuacan, Mexico, home of the Toltec Pyramids, October 11th through the 15th. I'll be staying at my buddy Lee McCormick's place called the Dreaming House. It's a 5,500 square foot compound a quarter mile from the base of the pyramids. It's amazing. And you walk to the pyramids every day, and you get to go through the 5 portals of your life, utilizing the energies of the pyramids, not the knowledge of when they were built and who built them. It's the Toltec wisdom. It's going inside. It's amazing. And I've actually seen people do some really incredible stuff, including astroplane. It's wow, this is like out of this world. So you get to step out of the social matrix into the spiritual matrix. You get to come to the acknowledgement, if you haven't already, that we're spiritual beings having human experience. And there's not many places in the world you can go and do this, but this is one of those places. And it's, you fly into Mexico City, they send the van down for you, a nice air-conditioned van, takes you 7,000 to a 7,000-foot elevation up to the pyramids. And it's a great place to hang. It's a wonderful thing to do. This will be my 4th consecutive time there. But you don't have to go with me October 11th through 15th. You can, they do it 3 or 4 or 5 times a year. Lee McCormick goes down there and takes people on these journeys. And do it. It'll change your life as it's changed mine. There's all kinds of great things going on down there, and it's just amazing. www.spiritrecovery.com. That's spiritrecovery.com. Click on the Journeys link and come and join me on the pyramids, all right? spiritrecovery.com. You don't want to miss this. Do it, all right? Okay, he is a sought-after speaker to professional groups such as physicians, marriage therapists, and other healthcare professionals. He also speaks in various communities and conferences to help couples improve relationships. He's been a keynote speaker and consultant in the areas of business relationships, team building, and Myers-Briggs temperament and type training, whatever the heck that is. Joining us once again is Todd Creager, author of The Long Hot Marriage, a marriage and sex therapist with almost 3 decades of experience. Todd, welcome back. What is Myers-Briggs temperament and type training?
I don't know. I just try to make it so I look good. Big words.
What the heck is that?
It actually is. It's been fascinating. I studied this almost 30 years ago, and I thought, what is this? And the more I use it, it's amazing. We basically have 4 different temperaments, and that knowledge has been around for 3,000 years, like back in the Greek.
4, and those temperaments are?
Well, now they changed it, but it's catalyst, the theorist, the improviser, and the stabilizer. And I have found that if you're that temperament, it doesn't mean you're hooked into a certain ways of being, but people that are catalysts, for example, what makes them light up, what gives them energy, is when they have fulfillment and deep relationships in their life. Now, that doesn't mean other people don't, but that's what really gets them.
So we're not a combination of these, but we're generally one in particular.
We're one in particular, and then there's different what's called interaction styles, and then there's 4 types, 4 temperaments, and 4 interaction styles, and you superimpose them, and you get 16 different types. And they come with letters, so you could be ANFP. I mean, I don't know if you've all this different stuff. But I have actually gone in consulting, and I had one group where the half the group wanted to leave because they didn't like the new leadership in the company. And the argument the leadership was saying, yeah, but the other half likes us, so what's wrong? And I was able to plot out, based on temperament, why certain people wanted to leave and certain people didn't. The people that had a need for depth and the people that had a need for some sort of making an impact, they wanted to leave. The ones that were rule followers, the ones that liked structure, they didn't want to leave. So you started to realize these leaders of the company had to recognize that we're not all the same. So if we want to bring the best out of others, we need to tune into them. So with couples, it's similar. That, for example, since I'm a catalyst, I'm always looking at what's possible, what could be. And my wife is a stabilizer, so she's tuned into doing service to others. That's what turns her on, and belonging. And she's more security based. So when I come up with one of these seem like cockamamie ideas that's going to make a lot of money,
wow, I can't
this
wait.
is great.
Look at this. Yeah.
And she goes, wait a second, what about this? If I took it personally, I get pretty angry. But I go, well, look, she's a stabilizer, and so I got to recognize that she's coming from a whole different way of experiencing this thing. And so so it's one more tool I use with couples to help them, instead of being resentful, to be understanding, and then try to work with each other, because we are different. We really are different. John Gray says men are from Mars, women are from Venus. I look at it more as our temperaments, cause a big percentage of our conflict.
So we fit into a certain category of and this encompasses all of our temperaments, all of our reactions, all of our
needs are different. Needs are different. I played softball. The best part of softball was my friendships. Yeah, I like to play well. But for someone who was maybe an improviser, his day was bad if they didn't win. For me, my day was bad if the people weren't connecting. So it's different. It's like what turns you on is different, and we got to recognize we're different. And we usually are attracted to a partner who's different than us. So anyway, that's what that is.
It's not likeness attracts. It's difference.
Usually, I've had couples where they're the same sometimes, but it's rare, and they have other problems. Because if I have someone like me, just like me, there's nobody there holding my feet to the ground and going, hey, get real. And so it's differences are usually pretty good, complement each other. So that's what that's about. I've used it in consulting with businesses, but I also use it a lot with couples as well.
Well, let's talk about go back to the anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, anti-inflammatory. Yeah. So I was saying that also it's not only, I'm going to talk about how to be with each other in an anti-inflammatory way, but it's also living a lifestyle where if my wife does complain to me, I'm not a hair trigger ready to react. So I do need to take care of me. I do believe that as a couple, I, in a way, owe it to my wife to take care of me so that when she comes back with some frustration, I'm not already at my edge, you know?
Right.
So I want to take care of me. But in terms of communicating and dealing with each other, there's a way of speaking, like I said before, that's anti-inflammatory. If I look at my partner and I express my feelings in a way that she could catch it rather than throwing the ball at her 100 miles an hour or calling her names or being very judgmental. See, being judgmental is inflammatory. Saying to her, I'm really disappointed that you did that, is not. I'm sharing what's going on with me. And on the other side of the fence, if she's listening well, that's also anti-inflammatory. If she shows interest and she goes, all right, so tell me more about what's going on with you. And she allows me to have my perception different than hers. We agree to disagree. That's very anti-inflammatory. So what happens is we don't get caught up in all the pain and the drama. Instead, we deal with our pain. We stay connected. The connection's more powerful than the pain. And then, like I said, we could get to the good stuff, the passion, the joy, the playfulness, the sexuality, all that good stuff. So it's really important to keep in mind that we want a home that's anti-inflammable. You know, if my kids are upset and we want to tell them, let's say we want to discipline them, maybe I should discipline them 5 minutes from now. Maybe I need to listen first because they're already upset. I mean, use our heads, use our intuitions, pay attention to where that person's at, and listen to their pain, and then maybe give a discipline.
So, there's a lot more to relationships than action and reaction.
Yeah, it's using our intuition. It's being sensitive to where the other person's at. You know, if my partner has a bad day, I'm going to treat her differently if I'm tuned into her than if she had a great day. And that's all part of being anti-inflammatory. There's times why I need to restrain myself. There's times not to be honest about my feelings. I'll be honest tomorrow if she's had a real bad day. So, you know, we want to use our wisdom, our sensitivity, and our intuition.
Well, what advice do you typically give men to have the biggest positive impact on their partners?
Find out what your wife wants. We think we know. A lot of times we think our wife wants what we want. You know, what do I want? Well, I want sex, let's say, or I want my wife to just be happy with me all the time. Well, my wife might want something very different. She might want me to tune into her and listen to her and ask her questions and shut off the TV or turn away from the computer and just give her 100% attention for at least 10, 15 minutes. So I might be thinking, wow, I'm making all this money, and she's happy. I'm taking her on all these vacations, and she's frustrated. I go, what the heck? I'm doing that. I even wash the dishes because she needs quality time. She needs me to focus on her. So I tell this to men all the time because a lot of times they'll come in and I go, God, whatever I do, it's never enough. And I go, no, it's not true. What it is you're giving in the wrong ways. Or you're not giving in the right way. You're giving in the right ways too, but not the real right way. You're not giving in the ways that really move her Richter scale. What is it? Well, I don't know. Well, let's find out. And you could do two things to find out. One is you could ask her, what would I need to say or do that if I did that thing or said that thing, you would be absolutely thrilled. You'd want to celebrate, jump on my lap, and make furious love to me. That would be one thing to do. And the other thing is to oftentimes ask ourselves, what is something I don't do because I'm not good at it? That's a little clue. A lot of times it's like, what is it that I don't do that I'm not good? Because the catch oftentimes is that if I give, and I don't have to be great at giving in this area, but if I give in an area where I'm weak, it can do far more than if I give from my strength all the time.
If you give from an area in which you are weak.
Usually that's going to, I'll give you my own relationship with my wife.
Right.
I do a lot of good things. I have to plug myself for a second. I'm a great guy.
Sure.
I'm a good husband, but I'm not very organized. That's my weak spot. One of my weak spots. One of my main weak spots. When I clean up after myself, papers, not food, but papers, and I manage that, she feels thrilled. Remember, she's a stabilizer. She likes order. When there's order, she's relaxed. When she's relaxed, she wants to play. So I could do all these things, but if I have stuff all around, it affects her, sometimes not even consciously. So if I ask myself, what is it I'm not good at?
I'll tell you what, you're going to stay with me through the fourth quarter. We're going to kick Mr. Universe out of here. I want to hear more about this when we come back.
Sounds good.
I also want to hear what the biggest advice you give to women is. To be good to the men, okay?
Absolutely. Let's not
All
leave them
right,
out.
everybody, stay put. You're in the right place. Cool Change Radio would like to welcome all our new talk shows, including Saving Lives with Susan Blauner, Dates and Mates with Dear Mrs. D's Damona Hoffman, Love, Serve, Free People, and Remember God with Michael Brian Baker. And do look for our other upcoming shows here on CoolChangeRadio.com. We're coming back with more Todd Creager. That's Todd at ToddCreager.com for those free tickets at Todd at ToddCreager.com. I'm Bradley Quick, and we'll be right back. See you in a minute. Get quality goods for less from Bag City, serving all of Reno, Denver, Las Vegas, Bakersfield, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and many more cities. Up to 70% below retail on everything. Coin purses, wallets, organizers, purses, briefcases, backpacks, traveling garment bags, and ladies' and men's leather jackets. All discounted, all up to 70% below retail. Bag City, the best for less? Bag City serving all of Reno, Denver, Las Vegas, Bakersfield, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and many more cities. Contact Bag City at 818-990-1795. That's Bag City, quality goods for less money. Bag City, where 15% of all sales go to local charities. You can't beat that. You help local charities while getting quality goods at up to 70% below retail. Contact Bag City now at 818-990-1795. Contact Bag City today and get quality goods for less money. That's 818-990-1795. Shop Bag City to save. Shop Bag City for charity. Bag City, 818-990-1795.
You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
Today, experience The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change. Written by Bradley Quick, author, producer, motivational speaker, and host of the award-winning radio talk show, The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick on CoolChangeRadio.com. Bradley's passion for life is evident in his book, written so you can experience health, find your purpose, and have more effective relationships. Beating insurmountable odds, overcoming death, and being paralyzed, Bradley fought his way back so he could help you conquer your struggles. Experience increased health, vitality, passion, and purpose in your life right now with The Quick Fix, and read about Bradley's courage, ambition, and determination to live. Whether the issue is your thoughts, your physical body, or you just want to feel better and be happy, The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change, will change your life. For only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Take positive action now and receive a free guided meditation CD with your order. That's a $20 value free with your order today. Go to BradleyQuick.com. That's BradleyQuick.com. Take control and begin feeling better now. Get the book and free CD now at BradleyQuick.com.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you all for joining us on CoolChangeRadio.com, Facebook, and BradleyQuick.com. As you know, you can catch our live and video recorded shows on Cool Change Radio and over 700 hours of my best audio interviews, your favorite topics and personalities at BradleyQuick.com. This is Cool Change Radio. As you well know, we're broadcasting live from Freddie Segal Studios. We're your home for self-improvement and a place for positive life enhancement. I want you to know we're being supported in large part by one of my favorite charities, the Cool Change Foundation. The foundation was created to help families and all the children in those families. They do that by providing positive transformational life enhancement methods and techniques to those children's caretakers, usually moms and dads, so they may overcome negative habits and become better role models and providers for the kids. As a direct result, the children's home and family life becomes more nurturing and loving. It does every single time. It's really quite a beautiful thing to watch somebody change and grow it and their life to enhance. It's just amazing. You can help the foundation, help the mom, dads, and kids in your community, and you can do that right now. Simply send your donation of love and support, and a little bit of money too, to the foundation at www.thecoolchangefoundation.org. That's thecoolchangefoundation.org. Once there, simply click on the support us link at the top of the page. You'll be helping us help the children. Again, that's thecoolchangefoundation.org. Click on the support us link and help us today. Every penny counts. No donation is ever too small. And the children need your help. From all of us here at Cool Change Radio, we thank you for your support. All right, joining us once again is Todd Creager, author of The Long Hot Marriage. And he's been a marriage and sex therapist who's helped thousands of people over the last almost 3 decades. Wow, that's a long time there, Todd. Welcome back. So you were telling us a little bit about what men can do for women, right?
Yes. Let's change it up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
What can women do for men?
What can the women do for the men now?
Well, I think, first of all, women need to know that us men, we really want to love our women. We really, most of us, I'm sure there are exceptions, but we really have good hearts and we want to love them. We want to give them what they want. And like I said earlier, that we don't have the training in a way because we don't know how to deal with our partners in the best possible way because our fathers and grandfathers didn't know how. They did the best they could.
Right, and our instinct is to beat the animal up, bring it home and over our shoulder and throw it down and watch them cook it, right?
That's it. That's our survival instincts. And now in order to please our partner in the long term, we need to actually tune into them and be sensitive and listen. That's most of us, I shouldn't be generalizing, but for most of us, that's not our strength. So first of all, women need to get that our intent is good. Our execution might not be that great, but they need to be patient and understanding and see the positive intent in us and not be so judgmental. That's very important. Be patient and non-judgmental and know that we need love too. We need love. We need encouragement. We need touch. We feel emotionally connected typically through touch and through sex. And so she needs to keep that in mind. Everybody does better when we're getting nourished. And so the same holds true for women as men. If women want to get the best that they can out of their man, they need to give the man and nurture the man. So they also need to say, well, what can I say or do that if I said that thing or did that thing, it would thrill your soul? What would it be? What do you want? And be listening and tuning into the man and accepting that he is different. He is wired differently. So that's very important.
Okay, well, and if we act this way or we adopt these methods and we think this way, is that going to enhance our romance?
Oh, well, God,
Because romance and keeping the romance alive in a relationship is often the biggest thing to tackle.
It is. Again, that's why I talk about dealing with pain so important, because we don't want the pain to take over our relationship. That, like I said, there's clouds in the sky. So if we can listen to...
Standing at the door and going through a deep thought process and taking a deep breath before you open it and walk in.
Well, that's a good idea. Yeah. So you do that, and then you go, okay, romance. Well, if I am... thinking of the thing about romance is I need to know that I'm powerful, that I can make a difference in my partner's life. In anybody's life, in the cashier at Ralph's life too. But in my own intimate partner, start there. I can make a difference if I think about her, because I have to think. We don't act on something that we don't think about. I have to have the thought, God, I'm powerful enough to make my wife happier in this very moment. What can I do? What can I say? And the wife can do the same. Wow, I could do something or say something that make him happier. Even if I'm annoyed with him, so what? Why get a little feeling of annoyance get in the way of my power to make things better? It's the power of the word, power of the power of a smile, and power of a gesture. And that's romance to me. Romance is anything that I could do that'll uplift your spirit. That's romance. So it could be taking you to Fiji, but it could also sending a loving text. It's romance. It's lifting your spirit.
So with good romance, good communication, good interaction, usually comes good sex, is how I would define it. But so tell me how you define good sex.
Good sex is when we do something physical. It doesn't have to be intercourse. To me, sex is anything that makes us feel sexual with each other, that we feel good about, and then we feel good about it 10 minutes later too. Or even a day later, we think back and it feels good. That's good sex. Good sex is about feelings. If I feel good about what we did together, that's good sex. If a person has sex and they really did it just to please, and 8 hours later they go, man, I did it I didn't really want to do it. I did it please. That's to me not good sex because the person's not feeling good about it.
But isn't having some compassion for your partner in that department and fulfilling their wants, needs, and desires, and not necessarily 24/7, but to do that simply out of love and passion, isn't that a good thing, or is that not a good thing?
No, it's a totally good thing, and each partner needs to say that, yeah, I want to be compassionate, and part of being compassionate is being physically compassionate and touching, and the desire to give pleasure is a very loving act.
Right.
There are times maybe a person just felt really physically out of sorts, and really it wasn't the right time maybe to have sex for her at that moment or him. That it's better not to, if you're going to feel resentful later. But yeah, most of the time, I mean, yeah, it's you want to come from a place of generosity. I want to give to you because I can and because I can make your day. And if part of that's intercourse or any kind of sex or kissing or making out or whatever we do together, then do it, because why not? We can make each other feel good. And so we oftentimes put that on the back burner while we're doing all these, we just do life, and rather than experience life and experience each other.
And we can actually practice this in and out of the bedroom, right? We don't have to be in the bedroom to practice good sex necessarily.
I would say foreplay starts when I wake up and I smile at my wife. If I smile at her, she's like, oh, he likes me. That's the beginning. To me, that's foreplay, because it's all getting ready. And I like the word, I don't like the word foreplay that much, because foreplay makes it sound like the main event is something else. But really, it's just experiencing good vibes, doing it non-verbally, doing it verbally, doing it through touch. So yeah, out of the bedroom, it's all one continuous experience.
His name is Todd Creager. He's the author of The Long Hot Marriage, and a marriage and sex therapist with over almost 30 years of experience. And you can check him out at toddcreager.com. That's Creager, toddcreager.com. And he's actually throwing September 29th, he's having a relationship seminar that all the listeners here on Cool Change Radio can attend absolutely free with a partner, a friend or a partner. They can go to Todd at toddcreager.com. Imagine that. Todd at toddcreager.com. And email him and tell him you heard about it on the show, and he'll send you the tickets. Then write Bradley, that's my first name, Bradley, on the bottom of the tickets, and you get in free. And tell us more about that seminar, will you?
That seminar is going to be a lot about what we're talking about, but they're going to get to experience it. Even if they're alone, I'll find ways. They will experience what it feels like to communicate with impact. In other words, if people are in pain, sure, we need to learn how to give and receive, and learn how to be receptive, which they'll learn at the workshop. Also learn how to express our pain in a way that the person will receive. But it goes beyond that. It's also about using words and nonverbal communication to create more love, to create more beauty, to create more positive experience. And we underestimate our power, the power of the word and the power of nonverbal communication.
Right. Well, email your desire to attend the workshop at toddcreager.com. Right. What's your definition? How would you define femininity?
Femininity is the part of all of us, men and women. The feminine part of us is the part that can receive, that can let someone be there for us. Women, though, I believe, need to experience that more, and I think that oftentimes they're working so hard and they're taking care of kids that their hormones shut off. And so we need to bring out their femininity more by taking charge.
So feminine is receiving, and
masculinity is making impact, an impact, penetrating like we have the penis, right? Making an impact, doing something that brings out the femininity of our partner, that brings out the feeling that they are important to us.
Right.
That is
which they certainly are, right?
They are.
Absolutely. Well, listen, this has been a phenomenal show, and you're the best.
Thank you.
You really are the best. And your seminars can be done in Orange County, in Irvine, right?
Yes.
And that's easily accessible by anywhere here in Southern California.
Right off the 405, right by John Wayne Airport.
Right by John Wayne. That's Saturday the 29th. What time does it start?
1 o'clock, 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
1 to 5. It'll be just enough to get a good dose of me for 4 hours for free for your listeners.
I love it. Free for the listeners. Go to Todd at toddcreager.com, Todd at toddcreager.com. Get those tickets. You got 10 seconds left. You got something important you want to say that we haven't said yet?
I just want to say you can do this. You could do this. You could be powerful. You could have the relationship of your dreams. Go for it.
Really. The relationships of your dreams are out there. And they can have, they just got to learn how to do it. Because like you said, we're not born with these talents, right?
No, they could do it. We can do it. We just got to trailblaze.
All right, Stud Bucket. You've been wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Well, I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. You got to promise me you'll do that.
I promise right now.
I love it. I'm so excited. Todd Creager. ToddCreager.com. All you got to do is go there. Go there and get some tickets, all right? Again, I'd like to give great big thanks to Fred Siegel and our friends from around the globe for supporting our charity, the Cool Change Foundation. You too can help the foundation help the mom, dads, and kids in your community, and you can do that right now. Send a donation of love and support directly to the foundation, www.thecoolchangefoundation.org. That's thecoolchangefoundation.org. Once there, simply click on the Support Us link at the top of the page. You'll be helping us help the kids. Hey, help us. Every penny counts. We thank you for your support. Like a great big thanks to the fabulous Todd Creager, author of Long Hot Marriage. Man, he's good. Check him out. ToddCreager.com. I also like to thank people who make this show happen. Our fantastic engineer is Rob Gainey, author of Rockin' Your Stage Sound, available in bookstores now. And our fitness expert will be back with us again tomorrow, Paul Medrano. This show is produced by Bradley Quick Productions. It's been made possible by Fred Siegel, YouTube, Google, Buzzbros, The Salvation Army, Universal Studios, Milestones Ranch Malibu, Tim Allen, Marilyn Toth, and many others, including the Cool Change Foundation. Now, remember, it's time for a cool change with the Cool Change Foundation. Go out there today. Be good to your partner. Be good to your friends. Be good to people you meet. Make everybody smile. By you making them smile, you're helping the world. Okay? We'll see you later. See you tomorrow. Bye.